Hello, this is Chef John from foodwishes.com with how to make your own instant hot chocolate mix. That's right, every year I try to present one homemade edible gift idea for those people on your list that have everything, and that's because even those people don't have this. Plus, you're going to be shocked how fast and easy this is to make. This really only takes a few seconds to put together and features just 4 ingredients, which I believe is roughly like 11 ingredients less than the one from the store. So let's go ahead and get started with the star of the show, the cocoa. So we're going to start with a cup of the highest quality unsweetened cocoa you can find. And I'm using a variety called Cocoa Rouge, which is why it's so beautiful. And by the way, this is what they call a Dutch processed cocoa. And I forget exactly what that means, but I know it's really good. And as usual, I'll give you a lot more info on the blog post, especially about the cocoa. But using a really nice one is key here, especially if you're going to give it for a gift. And then to that, we can add the rest of the ingredients, which includes some white sugar, as well as a little bit of fine salt. And then last but not least, one technically optional ingredient, a tiny pinch of cayenne. And no, it is no gimmick. That tiny touch of pepper really does amplify those chocolatey flavors. So that'll be up to you. You are the Stevie Nicks of your homemade hot chocolate mix. But I do enjoy it, so I'm going to add a little touch. And then to finish this off, all we need to do is take a whisk and mix this for a couple minutes until thoroughly combined. And believe it or not, that's it. Our homemade instant hot chocolate mix is done. And so far superior to the store-bought version, you're not going to believe it. In fact, you're probably going to be upset you've been buying that stuff all these years, when you could have been just mixing up your own in a matter of seconds. But hey, at least now you know. And then once that is mixed up, you can use it exactly like the stuff from the packet. We'll simply stir in 2 tablespoons of this into every cup of hot milk. And you'll see, as long as your milk is hot, it's going to dissolve in just as good, if not better, than the commercial stuff. And then I'm pretty sure you know the rest. We'll transfer that into a mug, and you're going to be enjoying one of the finest cups of hot chocolate you've ever had. Just beautifully rich and chocolatey, with just the right amount of sweetness. And I'm sorry I was fresh out of mini marshmallows. But I did have some whipped cream, which is a classic garnish for hot chocolate. And by classic, I mean awesome. But anyway, just a truly delicious cup of hot cocoa. So even if you don't have any need to give out edible gifts, I think you should mix up some of this anyway because it really is that good. And of course, if you are going to give it as a gift, you're going to have to transfer it into some kind of container. And for me, these little mason jars work perfectly. So we'll transfer that in. And to complete the operation, we can add a little bow, as well as possibly a cool looking label, so people know what they're getting and get the instructions about how much to add. And that, my friends, is an amazing gift that anyone would love to get. Except, I guess, for those few crazy people that don't like chocolate. But that's fine, they could just re-gift it. And whoever eventually gets it will love it. But anyway, that's it. How to make your own homemade instant hot chocolate mix. It's super fast, super easy, and significantly better tasting. So I really do hope you give this a try soon. Head over to foodwishes.com for all the ingredient amounts and more info as usual. And as always, enjoy.